Hello, this is our section 8.1 and we will graph exponential growth in this. So our equation will be y equals 5x, and we will make a table of values first. So it'll look something like this. So we're going to use our x as -3, -2, and we're going to go on until we hit +3. And then we will just put this into our formula, which will be like this. From here we will solve for our y values. So our first y value will be 0.008 and our next will be 0.04, and we will just continue to solve until we are finished with this table of values. And from here we have our y values and our x values, and we will write these down so we can have our coordinates for when we make the graph. So we're just going to write down all the x values and the y values. Once you've done this, you can put your table of values to the side so we can actually get to the graphing. So from here we will just make our graph. So we're going to start at 0.008, which is nearly at that line. And then we will continue to grow until it will always grow and it'll almost become a straight line. But that is our exponential growth. Secondly, we will be doing growth factor and writing a function. For this, we will use the formulas b equals 1 plus r, y equals a times b, and y equals a times b to the power of x. And our y equals 357 and our x equals 0. So for our b, we would do b equals 1 plus 0.0124, and then this would just be regular adding, so it would be 1.0124. Then we would move on to our next formula, which is y equals ab to the power of x. This would look like 357 equals a to the times 1.0124 to the power of 0. So first, anything to the power of 0 equals 1, so we will change this to like this, and then we would divide both sides by 1, and it would just be 357 equals a. So we will write this up here so we do not lose it, and we will erase all of this since we have our answer. Here we will input this into y equals a times b. So y equals 357 times 1.0124. This would equal y equals 361.4268. And that would be our answer to our equation. Next, we will be doing an exponential function, and our coordinates that we are going to be using is 9 and 8 and 3 and 5. Our formula we are going to be using is y equals ab to the power of x. So first we're going to use the exponential function form, substitute for x and y using 9 and 8. Then we're going to solve for a. So that would look something like this. 8 divided by b squared equals a. 5 equals 8 divided by b squared times b to the power of 3. And from here we would simplify and solve for b. So b would equal 5 divided by 8. And then the next thing we're going to do is substitute 5 divided by 8 for b and then simplify. That would look like this. And next we would substitute 25 divided by 64 for a and 5 divided by b for b in y equals ab to the power of x. And then we would go y equals 25 divided by 64 times 5 divided by 8 to the power of x. And then that is how you make an exponential function. For this we will be going to graphing exponential decay. For this we will have y equals 16 times 1 divided by 4 to the power of x. Our x values are going to range from -3 to 2 in this table of values. For this we would just plug in our x values to the formula to find our y. So we would just solve from there. And then now we have our coordinates, and we would make a graph from here. Look something like this, and then go like that, and like that, and then since it's a decay, it would look something like this. And it would slowly get closer to the x line until you can barely see it.